Hey, what is up, fellow Raiders? This is Vulcan Dan, Raid Shadow Legends video here, and today I just want to share a free-to-play friendly version of the Urost strategy against the Scarab King. Because of course, if you don't know by now, Urost is the most popular champion to beat the Scarab King in my clan rankings and of course global rankings. And as you can see here, they are doing it very quickly in just 5 turns, 6 turns, 7 turns. This is because they're using the slow Urost strat, but that requires you to fully book him out, especially the passive, not really the A1, A2, and A3, but really booking out the passive, which requires 3 legendary books and to have some masteries on him. My Urost here does not have any books, does not have any masteries. It does take much longer, 101 turns here, 9 minutes, but I don't want to invest any legendary books in a champion that I'm only using for one boss and I can already beat that boss without using any legendary books on this guy. So as a free-to-play player, legendary books are very limited, so I want to use those on the champions that really need them the most, and Urost is not that champion. This is why this is a more free-to-play friendly team, but this will require a faster Urost, and I will explain why in a bit here. All right, so let's just start this run. My Urost here is at around 180 speed, and you can just use whatever champions that you have to deal with the waves. Ursala is there not for the revive, but she's there for the speed boost. She does have a Doom Tower speed aura by 24%. And for the rest of the champions, you can just use whoever you have to nuke down to have to place decreased defense, weaken, and anything to deal with the waves, and you want them to die as quickly as possible when you get to the Scarab King himself. All right, so why am I using a fast Urost here? All right, so this is because being unbooked, you only have a 50% chance of placing the poisons whenever you are attacked. Now, poisons are the one killing the Scarab King and also increasing your max HP, which also acts like a pseudo heal, and you need those poisons to land. I got lucky there. I got a bunch of poisons, but most of the time you will be, 50% is not very good. It's a huge difference between 50 and 75%. Now, if those poisons do not land, your HP will get really, really low. And this is why you want Urost to be faster, because you want those regen set or immortal set procs every time he gets a turn, and whenever he uses his A1, he will also get a shield. I'm actually quite lucky here that his HP did not drop around 20-30%, because that's how most of the runs go. His HP right now is quite healthy. I think I got lucky with RNG with the poisons early on in the fight. So yeah, so this is quite a good run. Still, this will take quite long, so maybe around 9 minutes, because again, 50% versus 75% of landing poisons. Again, poisons are the one making this fight a lot quicker. Unbooked, this fight will take a lot longer, but for me, I think that is worth it. Of course, you're not going to be able to farm the Scarab King efficiently with this strat, but hey, at least you're saving on legendary books. If you really want to farm him, maybe when you're when you're doing your work, you're going to school, you can just leave this alone. You can place it on multi battles. We have super raids now, so yeah, so that will help quite a bit. So yeah, as you can see here, there's a lot of turns when the Scarab King does not have any poisons on him, so that is why this strat will take a while. Now, I'll just fast forward this run, and later on, I'll show you the gear that I have on my Urost. right, and there we have it. A little over 10 minutes here and slightly longer run than the last time. But yeah, it will definitely take a lot longer because, of course, the 50% versus 75% really makes a big difference. So, but this is, of course, a free to play version of that sort of team setup. And fast forward to showing you the gear that I have on my Urost right here. He is in full immortal gear. You can replace that with regen, whichever one you have. But I just feel that immortal is much more free to play friendly because you get those from clan boss every single day. And as what I mentioned a while ago, no books whatsoever and no masteries. Yeah. To combat that, of course, again, the reason why he's so good for the Scarab King is because of his passive. When attack has a 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff on the attacker for 2 turns. That's for killing the Scarab King. But of course, he needs to stay alive. And that is this part of his passive. Increases this champion's max HP by 5% whenever an enemy receives damage from a poison debuff placed by this champion. Now, since we only have a 50% chance unbooked, because of course this will become a 75% chance, just a 50% chance if you get hit by bad RNG and the Scarab King goes for a few turns attacking you and you're not placing any poisons on that boss, you will not get this max HP increase by 5%. So you will have to rely on getting extra turns and getting your immortal gear or regen procs and your A1 that places shield on this champion equal to 10% of this champion's max HP. Now, of course, if you get the good side of the RNG and you do get these poisons to land, even if it's only 50%, then yeah, you don't really need a fast Uros. But of course, we can't tell. That's why it's RNG. So to make sure that your run succeeds, you want to make him just a little bit faster. 180 speed is enough. This is my stats on him. Very high HP, high defense, and of course you want some accuracy on him. You don't really need to care about the other stats. HP, defense, and accuracy, and of course just a little speed. 180 speed is nothing crazy. It is on the low side for what you want for most of your champions. So I think it's very achievable, and you will have a lot of low speed gear or gear with very low speed low speed substats lying around. So I'm pretty sure that 180 speed is something that is very achievable for a lot of you. And you don't even need to use a speed or a champion. You can replace that with an HP or a champion. You can use a defense or a champion, whichever one that you have. All right. So I hope you found this useful for all of you free-to-play players out there that don't want to spend Lego books on your Urost, and you might be wondering, why is my slow Urost, which is unbooked, dying? And this is why. You have to build him a little bit faster to make sure that he is getting those heals from his gear and getting those A1 shields so that he can have enough poisons, and then give it a minute or two in the boss fight, he will eventually have enough of this max HP, and that would of course help this immortal and regen gear give him that extra HP every single turn. Yeah, that is it. Hope you found this useful. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more free-to-play friendly videos, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video.